Hi guys, Jesse McCloud here, senior, art major, health and PE minor, here to talk to you today about what I think I know or what I've learned about classroom management thus far. I'm not doing it on a field experience because I've been in the field, so this is a first-hand look at my own classroom management thus far. So if you guys would, come take a little journey with me. I'm going to give you an inside look at what I do at Parkview Elementary. Here we go. So the majority of this video is not going to be me standing in front of a projector, because I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a different taste to my experience. So we're live here at Parkview Elementary, and I'm going to give you guys a couple just great interviews from some teachers I think have classroom management down. From what I've learned so far in our class, EDU 444, I think they are great examples of what Harry Wong and Jones have been trying to teach us, and so I'm going to let you guys take a little first-hand look at some great classroom management.
My classroom management philosophy, what some of the things I do in class, and what makes it work. From the beginning of the year, reviewing and hitting expectations really well. My classroom expectations and rules are really simple, really easy. There's only three really huge ones. Be respectful, be prepared, and be ready to give 100% effort, which those three are really broad, because everything for respect, it ties down the line from equipment, people, the utilities, the space, everything. It draws a big definition to carry over to a broad range of ideas. With being ready, I expect all of my kids to participate at a high level, give 100% effort, do their best. We don't usually have anybody giving up or choosing not to, so we just set the expectations above and beyond. And it's impressive what you can get out of a kindergarten through 5th grade student when you set the expectations as high as middle school and high school students will. We're in here, we do, to really get the environment as fun as can be, this is the funnest part of the school, is to make it fun and build relationships with the students. So I made it a goal, 450 kids, knowing everybody's name, trying to build a relationship with them. A lot of positive, constructive feedback always, and critiquing, helping build a relationship, knowing them outside of school, just talking about what's going on in their lives. With some of the things that makes it unique and helps reinforce the expectations and rules is a lot of proximity, moving around with the students, individual, trying to help out every single kid, so keeping a close eye on the students, but also in the area, because every student always going to break a rule sometime or challenge an expectation. There are what I call positive consequences or positive refocuses, which we're in a great space for this with PE. So say a student is being disrespectful, either talking or not being a respectful listener when a new unit is being brought to the table, then they might have to trade a wall sit for a 30-second to a minute, depending on the severity, or in games or activities where we have say dodgeball, for example. Somebody has a headshot, well, they have to go to one of the main exit doors where there is some black rugs, and they will have to do some legitimate Marine burpees, and then that will be a trade to get them back in the game. For younger students, I don't like it as much, but whereas they might have to be pulled out for a short minute time and discuss with me their expectations, what they did wrong, how they can fix it, what they'll do next time. I don't like pulling them to the side, but for some of the younger ones, that kind of gets the point across, because they still love the exercise just as much as the game, get the point across. With the cool things with everything in here, do a lot of different attention prompts. And the neat part, either, for example, say clap 2 times or clap 3 times, different kind of silly Simon Says type, mirror type prompts. Use a hua, which is any National Guard, Marines, and Navy, Army, same word combination, but kids will repeat it back and works real well, because it's a real upbeat focus to get everybody's attention. Might only take 1 or 2 times get 100% back on the topic. Other thing that's real neat when we come inside the gym, when we're coming through the doors, through the hallway, we have things set up right away so it's a welcoming environment and there's no wasted time. Because we don't have locker rooms for elementary. What we have is the benches in kind of my hallway where we go into the main part of the gym, where they'll come in, sit down, get their shoes changed, and this is a routine that we started from the get-go. When they get in here, we have different motivational quotes, different things for them to set up for, to be ready to work, give a full effort, have fun. And then as soon as they get in here, change their shoes, they're looking at our instant activity, so our whiteboard activity, which is going to give them the time and chance to get after and stay busy, get warmed up, and while everybody is changing shoes, getting changed, using the bathroom if they need to, and then they're getting in here, getting after it. And the routines is huge, especially with a semi-non-structured type environment like an actual classroom. Routines is a big thing to get into. So, I mean, it's a great time to do attendance as a teacher when kids are doing the warm-up. You don't have to sit down, do a roll call, and you can get right after it. They're in routines from the get-go. We practice all our evacuation emergency drills from the very beginning. And the kids, I mean, it is a really fun environment and it's a respectful group, but it's just hitting everything really well and then staying consistent with every single student, every single class, teaching the same, staying positive, and having fun with the kids. And a lot of things that we do in here, instead of just playing or having the kids play the game, myself or Mr. Wasson especially right now teaching, very actively involved with the class, and the kids really love it when you get in there, you play any of the games with them, or you're actively involved. That makes a huge difference with the classroom management, number one. So you build that enthusiasm, and it's going to make them want to do everything. It's going to make them have more fun. And I mean, you can just go through the motions, things go through it, and not doing. I mean, teach something. But if they're not having fun, you're not having fun, it isn't going to work.
At the very beginning of the year, I would gather the kids and I had signals. Now this might sound silly, but I called it grapes. So I'd talk to the children at the beginning of the year and I'd say, okay, boys and girls, when we go to the grocery store and we look at a bunch of grapes, what do they look like? We'd talk, okay, so we go through that. They're not talking, they're not moving, they're in a cluster, so when I call grapes, I said, I want you guys to come to me immediately. And we practiced it, we didn't push, we didn't shove, it was zero voice, and they were just all eyes on me. So even if we were in the middle of a chaotic game where the kids were laughing, giggling, running, going, if I said grapes, I mean, they knew right now, stop what they were doing, boom, they were just right here in front of me. We would practice that a lot. And sometimes we would just be in the middle of a game, maybe it was midway through the year or something, and I would just say grapes. I mean, just to see if we're still responding to that. Well, I mean, whether you're in the hall, I think you need to be ready to respond to an emergency. Whether you're in your classroom that's contained within 4 walls, to me that was just a paramount piece of being ready to go that was a part of managing that. What does it look like? What's it sound like? How do we implement it, with the children? So they have these kind of constant reminders that this is the expectation. We also, have the positive things. I mean, when kids are caught doing something good, we give them a pause slip and we acknowledge what that awesome behavior was. It might be seeing me come in with an armload of, supplies and someone opening the door for me. That child's going to get rewarded. Thank you for opening the door for me. That was so nice. Whenever something doesn't work, you just have to kind of reflect and go, how can I do this better? What's going to work? What can I try? And through experience, through talking to other peers, you didn't really have any in a rural setting, but when I would connect with people, whether it was at a convention or whatever, you visit with them and, you know, what do you do in this situation? You know, so you grow, and teaching is just constantly a learning experience, at least in my opinion. I mean, it's just, you always are growing. You've always got to be open for some new venture. It might be some venture that a child poses, you know, or a challenge. And so you really have to take that first day of school with the kids and you talk to them about what your expectations are within the classroom. You show them what it looks like, you know, through modeling it, and then you let them practice. You have to let them practice. And if they practice it and they get it, it's like, awesome, move on to the next thing. And whether that's how they're going to hand in their papers or when they're going to sharpen their pencils, it's like, hey, that's not okay. If I'm teaching and talking, that noise in the background, no.
Alright guys, thanks for watching my video. Really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the interviews. I know I did. I get to hang out with teachers like that on a daily basis. It's extremely valuable. I've learned a ton. I've gone from, as Harry Wong would say, surviving to now I think I'm striving, I'm working towards that mastery level. Clearly not there yet. It's been a huge development. Like Mrs. Monaco said, it's a big progression. You always got to learn, constantly do research. That's what I'm trying to do right now. And I can't thank Parkview Elementary enough for the help and experience they've given me. You guys are awesome. I'll see you next time.